Give me one word that just screams the 1980s. How about tubular?
Gnarly!
That's a good one. I've got one. Kajagoogoo. Originally known as Art Nouveau, the band Kajagoogoo took the world by storm in 1983 with a catchy, bass-driven hit song called Too Shy. And I'm here to tell you that this bass line right here is one of the most unique and creative lines you'll ever hear on a pop record. Let's take the intro. He's using left-hand hammer-ons and pull-offs to create those 16th notes with the open string. And to my ears, it sounds like he's playing fingerstyle on the intro. We're in the key of A here, but like many of your favorite hit songs, it's been sped up just a little bit, so it almost sounds like it's in the key of B flat. And all of this is happening over two chords, an E minor 7 and a very cool F sharp minor 11. Now that C natural that he's going up to grab up high doesn't really fit this tonality, but for some reason it works. It gives us a bluesy, funky sound. Now when the verse starts, he kicks into thumb style, and the genius is how he blurs the line between when the bass is doubling the synth bass and when it's filling. Listen hard. Try a little harder. And that chorus, man, that is all bass. The dude was 21 years old. The line goes all over the instrument at this point. Slapping, sliding, open hammer plucking, and his no choice is blues sound all the way. Even the interlude is focused on the bass line. This song is clearly built around the nuances that are happening in the bass. And of course, Lamont. The bass is right up front in the mix, it's present, and it's played with a very high level of musicianship. And the musician that played it and co-wrote it is the one and only Nick Beggs. And he recorded it on a Wall Pro 2 bass guitar, like you see in the video. The British-born Beggs was the heart and soul of Kajagoogoo, and his very strong musical presence can be felt all over the 3 albums that they did in the 80s. And he was barely in his 20s. One of my favorite Nick Beggs lines is from the 1984 follow-up album Islands on a tune called The Lion's Mouth. When Kajagoogoo broke up, his career was only beginning. He went on to play with Steve Hackett and Howard Jones and the Mute Gods and Steven Wilson, just to name a few. I've always admired his musicianship, which you can clearly hear in his playing. But he is a living example of someone that has used their exceptional talent to evolve and grow in the music business. 40 years later, and he's still playing and writing and performing on some of the biggest stages with a host of artists, which sometimes includes Kajagoogoo. Adapt, grow, make your musical footprint bigger, and see how many more musicians you can bring into your circle. He's made a ton of music since this iconic bass line, so go and check him out. Thank you, Nick Beggs, and I'm going to practice.